Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have one article here that I will use. I know it's just one example, but I will use to make a point. And the point of this video is that the United States of America has a vassal system in place, and actually it's a closed system that isolates itself from the rest of the world. And I will make that point after I read this little article. It's just going to be one paragraph and the headline. So let me start with this one. Coming from Reuters, Burkina Faso interim leader hails Russia as a strategic ally. So remember, these guys called the Russians allies. It's not the Russians, coming and offering them this and that. Maybe that happened, but I'm not aware of. This is what these guys say. Burkina Faso's interim president, Ibrahim Traoré, on Thursday said Russia had become a key strategic ally, but denied that Russian mercenaries were supporting Burkinabe forces in their fight against Islamist armed groups. I know. Maybe you think about this. Oh, Burkina Faso. Where is Burkina Faso? Or what planet? Well, it's in African continent. Oh, I never heard. How big is the Burkina Faso? It's small. What's the population? Not that big. Oh, so that means not important, right? Okay. My point is this. This is one example of other countries, as many others in the past year, who joined or at least showed interest for the rest of the world and moved away from the club of the good. If you know that the club is the club of the good and you are a good person, you're going to go over there. You're going to be attracted by that club without being influenced by, I'm going to give you money, come over, Red Rover. I'm going to give you ladies of the night, come over. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, I guess. So anyway, these countries that you see on this club, which I think it's, as I said, it's like a plantation, like a plantation from the old times. We have a master, the United States of America. You have an house servant, Great Britain, and the rest are plantation guys that cut, the sugar cane on the plantation. That's it. France, as I always say, tries to become a house servant from time to time to bring the mail in, but Great Britain is quick to kick France out back into the okay. That's how this is. Now for, let's say, Romania. Let's say Romania wants to make or have a treaty of something with China. Do you think that Romania will just go straight to China? Or they first ask there and then they go to China if they're allowed? I think the second option is the one that I would check in this multiple choice test. The only country that in Europe is able to do whatever it really wants or wants to do is Hungary. Is in the club, and Turkey is in the club. Turkey is far away, is leaving. It's like, I'm gonna move. Where are you going? Who, me? Now that's Turkey. Hungary is like, I'm not going anywhere, making a lot of noise. I'm just exaggerating. Erdogan has balls, Orban has balls. So these guys are going to get out of the orbit of this vassality. The problem is this club keeps saying that the rest of the world are the ones that are isolated. I have to break the news for you. It's about 193 countries out there. This club is no more than 50. That would take European Union. You're going to get Australia. You get Canada, of course. Canada. All right. You take Australia. You take South Korea. You take Japan. You take New Zealand. And that's about it. Maybe you get Palau and Tulau and Kulau and Balau. Boo. That's all. A few islands somewhere. As Burkina Faso. Some people say, what about Burkina Faso, Emil? Well, I don't know. Burkina Faso decided I'm going to go left. I'm not going to come with you. I know you're the good guys, but I'm gonna go with the bad guys somehow. So this is what I'm gonna z. Yeah, please. My pronoun is z, or t. Call me t. These guys are moving in a different direction. This is what I see happening. The United States will not get anybody else by sheer will, like, oh, you know what, I want to join you guys. There are probably going to be a few countries in the Caucasus, on some, maybe Kazakhstan, maybe these guys in, how do you call it, maybe Azerbaijan, something like that over there, you know what I mean? Maybe those guys over there will play in between Georgia, But other than that, China, Russia, India, Brazil, these are going to be the ones that are going to take the rest of the world. And these guys are going to be a club that are going to rule by force and intimidation. The way the United States deals, that's a problem. The United States deals with everybody in those 4 terms. They have a diplomacy bag. And in a diplomacy bag, they have 4 tools. That's all they got. Lately, in the past at least 30 years. And they have to start, rebuilding their diplomatic mentality. Because, you don't need to be diplomatic if you have this. You just punch everybody else and take whatever you want. But when some people are a little bit and they become stronger, you need diplomacy a little bit, Like the fox. The fox is not going to go and just attack the lion. He's going to try to stay around and the jackal waits for the lion to eat and is going to come close and so on. The lion just goes and grabs it. He's not going to negotiate with a weasel or with a fox or with a jackal. You know what I mean? But if it's going to be 2 lions, they're going to be until they figure out who's stronger. And if there's no decision, then probably they're going to share or they're going to be, tolerating one another. They're going to get to a common denominator. The problem is here, the United States has those 4 tools from 1991. These are the tools. As I said many times. Threats, blackmail, regime change, and plain attack. And Saddam saw that, Libya saw that, Yugoslavia saw that, Afghanistan saw it, and so on. So it's unfortunate. And that's the same way they will rule their club. And everybody over there is not ruled, they don't stay with the United States because, they're the forces of good. They know that's not the case anymore. They saw too much in the past 30 years to say, if I don't do what I'm told, I'll be Iraq. Or I could be this, or I could be that. They're not anymore, how should I put it straight? United States lost is, ivory tower painting, whatever they were, status. And they had it. For many countries, where I come from, we were waiting for the Americans. When they came. And after they came, some people did not see anything. But if you look outside to what they did, you realize that, well, maybe we want the Americans, but a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Arm length. Yeah, we're with you. Yeah, but stay there. You know what I mean? Not as you wanted them at the beginning. Come over, Red Rover. Let's cuddle a little bit. Let's spoon. No. So there's going to be this club that's going to be staying together by threats. It's already together because the United States owns Europe. Owns everybody else. South Korea is with the United States just because it's the perceived threat of North Korea. When it's perceived, do you think that the United States leaves North Korea is going to bomb them? Is that what you think? Okay. And do you think that the United States leaves Taiwan is going to be attacked? Okay. I don't know if they're going to be or not. I'm just saying, is that how the whole thing goes? Yes. And if the United States leaves, Japan is going to be invaded by China or something? To a little bit of payback for Manchukuo and everything else? Do you think so? Well, I'm not saying it's not a possibility. There's a possibility that they will fix things, but look what happens in the Middle East right now. United States is kind of busy right now in Ukraine, so the Middle East comes together, except Israel. Israel still wants to Iran and all that. And when Israel is going to push a button, United States is going to jump over there, and again, the Middle East is going to be shattered. Oh no, it's not because of Israel or United States of America. You'll see. You know how everything is going to be portrayed? We're going to defend the safety, the security of the planet. In your name, we're going to start a war over there. That's what's going to be. Again, to defend poor us. The same as the government. I'm going to take your weapons away because we're going to defend you. So when those thugs that will come to your house and try to do certain things, you just, okay, let's fight. And they're like five with, what are you going to do? Excuse me, let me, hello, yes, they're here. How long are you going to be staying? Oh, they said they're going to be staying here. They're going to leave just before you come. Oh, you said 9 minutes on average? 9 minutes, you got 9 minutes. Sorry, they have to start the work. Click, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. I don't want that. I don't want that. The same with the world. We're going to defend you. I didn't appoint you to be my defender. Well, we are, because we are the good people. Well, see how they treat Europe. And you want to see how? Europe doesn't have an independent foreign policy. That's one. Secondly, do the European countries, do they have armament and, I don't know, troops in California, Oregon, or Washington, state of Washington, defending the western border of NATO against China and anybody else who would come? No, why? But they have here because of the Russians. But over there, the Chinese, no, we can do it. There's no reciprocity. That's in an alliance. That's in a equal relationship. It's called reciprocity. Okay? That's what you have with your wife. That's what you have with your husband. If there's no reciprocity, you're going to have a boss and you're going to have a subordinate. United States, Europe. So that's going to remain at about 40 to 50, and the rest of the world will have another club, and some people will be like satellites, unaligned countries like Yugoslavia was, for instance, during the Cold War. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.